Hare Krishna, everyone. This is yet another beautiful morning at the Hare Krishna temple. Outside it's dark, gloomy, raining, cloudy, but inside it's another sunshine. The bright sun of Krishna consciousness is shining, and we can feel the whole transcendental vibrations. No matter what is happening, it just uplifts us and brings us to another level of consciousness. So let's begin today's Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. We'll start with the Kirtan of Jai Radha Madhav, and then we'll take verses 27 and 28 today. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajakaacharya Astotar Shri Śrīmad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON BBT Founder-Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivrajakaacharya Astotar Shri Śrīmad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Navdeep Mayapur Dham ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Ganga Mai ki Jai. Jamuna Mai ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Tulsi Maharani ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Vishnu Padai Krishna Prishthai Bhuta Shrimate Sankarshan Sadhikari Te Namine. Namo Prabhupada Anuga Prema Mudki Padmane Gaura Desh Vikasa Bhakti Varshana. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Canto 10, Chapter number 5, The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. Text 27, and we'll also be doing 28 today. Brata Mama Sutta Kachit Matra Saha Bhavat Vraje Itam Bhavantam Manvana Bhavadya Bhaya Yashod Upalalita Bratrar Mama Sutta Kachin Matra Saha Bhavad Vraje Tatam Bhavantam Manvano Bhavadbhyam upalalita Bhratar mama sutta kachin Matra saha bhavad vraje Tatam bhavantam manavano Bhavadbhyam upalalita Bhartar mama sutta kachin Matra saha bhavad vraje Tatam bhavantam manvano Bhavadbhyam upalalite Bhrat mama sutta kaschin Matra saha bhavad prache Tatam bhavantam manvano Bhavadbhyam upalita Dharmama sutta krachin Matra saha bhavad braje Tatam bhavantam manvano Bhavantam upalalita Bhratar mama sutta kachin Tam bhavantam manvano Bhavadbhyam upalalite Bhratar mama sutta kachin Matra saha bhavad praje Tatam bhavantam manvano Bhavadbhyam upalalita Bhratar mama sutta kachin Matra saha bhavad praje Bhavadbhyam upalalita Bhratar mama sutta kaschin Matra saha bhavad praje Tatam bhavantam manvano Bhavadbhyam upalalita Bhrata, my dear brother, Mama, my, Sutta, son, Baldev, born of Rohini, Kachit, whether, Matra Saha, with his mother Rohini, Bhavat Raje, in your house, Tatam, as father, Bhavantam, unto you, Manvana, thinking, Bhavadbhyam, by you and your wife, Yashoda, Upalalite, properly being raised. Translation: my son, Baldev, being raised by you and your wife, Yashoda Devi, considers you his father and mother. Is he living very peacefully in your home with his real mother, Rohini? We'll go to text 28. There is no purport for this. Pumsastri vargo vihite surido hi anu bhavita nateshu klishyamaneshu trivargo ritaya kalpate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When one's friends and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development, and sense gratification as described in the Vedic literature, are beneficial. Otherwise, if one's friends and relatives are in distress, these three cannot offer any happiness. Purport. Vasudeva regretfully informed Nanda Maharaj that although he had his wife and children, he could not properly discharge his duty of maintaining them and was therefore unhappy. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So far in this chapter we have seen that now Krishna is born, so Nanda Maharaj, he organizes a very, very opulent, very wonderful, amazing festival that the whole Vraj is celebrating very enthusiastically, very happily. What is happening is Nanda Maharaj has invited Brahmanas. They are chanting various hymns, various mantras from Upanishads and lot of scriptures. And Nanda Maharaj has given them lots of charity. He has given them cows, he's given them grains, he's given them jewelry, he's given them nice cloth to wear. And in this festival, the whole Vraj is very beautifully decorated. The house of Nand Maharaj especially is very beautifully decorated. The cows are very beautifully decorated with all the jewelry, ornament, clothes, and even their horns, they have got some gold and silver ornaments there. Then the cowherd men are very beautifully decorated. The gopis dress themselves with beautiful clothes and ornaments. And the gopis are especially very enthusiastically running to have darshan of Krishna. And they are bringing various presents for Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda and Krishna. And they are all blessing Krishna. May you live long, may you be the next king of Vraj. And they get showering so many blessings on little Krishna. There is whole festive atmosphere, and everything is so joyous, so wonderful that in happiness they are all throwing butter, ghee, and all these various products like condensed milk on one another, and sometimes even applying butter on one another as a form of sign of happiness. And while all this is going on, Nanda Maharaj has to go to Mathura. He has to pay the yearly tax. So what he does is he appoints some responsible men to take charge of the Gokul, and then he goes to Mathura. In the meantime, in Mathura, Vasudeva, who has just been released from prison by Kamsa, he finds out that Nanda Maharaj is visiting. He's so eager, so enthusiastic, and somehow or the other secretly meet with Nanda Maharaj. And it is described last few days, we have been reading that he's so happy meeting Nanda Maharaj, like his own, body has, like soul has come in the body, like that rejuvenated, that life has come back to his body. It has to be noted that Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj are brothers, they are step-brothers. So they have got same father but different mothers. So when they're meeting, it is very joyous. And we read in yesterday's verse that Vasudev is describing that even though we like to stay together, but it's destiny that's not allowing us to stay together. We also heard yesterday in class by Anirudh Prabhu that this meeting between Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev is like the devotee association, how joyous we feel in association of devotees. And then after this, we read about how Vasudev is inquiring about well-being of everybody around in Vraj. He's asking about his house, his cows, and all this prosperity. Is everything okay? He's asking. And acharyas say that in his true heart, he's actually wanting to inquire about Krishna. But he can't openly do it. Why? There are two reasons. One is, it's Mathura, right? Kamsa and his men are around. And even if they get a little hint, a little idea that Krishna, who is Vasudev's son, has been sent to Gokula and is under care of Nanda and Yashoda, this can create big trouble, right? And the other reason is, at this stage, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they don't know that Krishna is born of Vasudev and Devaki. And then he didn't want to create that confusion because they are very happy. And Nanda Maharaj had a son after a very, very long time. So he didn't want to create that confusion, breaking heart and all these things. So he's indirectly asking about well-being. Now in verse 27 that we read today, he's directly asking about Balaram. Because the birth of Balaram was no mystery, right? We all know that when Balaram was born, so when he was in the womb of Devaki, he was transferred to the womb of Rohini. And then Rohini came to Nanda Maharaj's house and she was living there. So he's asking about my son. It's very interesting what Prabhupada has translated very nicely. And it is said that he is raised by you and your wife, right? But Balram was always calling Nanda Maharaj as his Baba or father. And he knew, Vasudev knew that he is bringing up Balram as his own. Though he is living there with Mother Rohini, though he is living with Hon, it's said in the verse, with his mother Rohini, but still he considers that Vasudeva and Devaki, the Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda are his own parents. Never, even in little, this is what the upbringing of Nanda Maharaj was, that he never considered, oh, this is my stepbrother's son. No, he's my own, and he was upbringing him in that way. And then in the next verse, Vasudeva is actually expressing his disappointment. What is he saying? He's saying, I have everything. I have money, I have dharma, arth, kam. I have everything. I have all these opulence. But it's so sad. I'm so sad because I'm not able to take care of my wife and children. They are with you. What's the point of having this opulence? What's the point of having so much money, so much opulence when I can't even perform these duties, which are the basic, the primary duties, right? So basically what he is saying, Vasudeva, basically what he is saying is that one performs dharma, arth, kam for the family. So when I read this, it was very interesting. There are a few questions that came to my mind. That how is it that friends and relatives, if they are happy, then dharma, arth, kam can give happiness to us, right? How do we understand this? That's the first point that came to my mind. And the second thing is this really true? Is this really the right philosophy? That dharma, arth, kam and the happiness of others can make us really happy? And if it is not true, then why pure devotees like Vasudev and Nanda, they are talking about this? Let's say it is not true, then what the role is of all this in Krishna consciousness? Does that mean that we don't care about our family, our relatives? We don't care about them? Their happiness and distress should not matter to us? So these are the 4 questions on which we'll be having some discussion today. Let's start with the first one. If friends and relatives are happy, then dharma, artha, kam can give happiness. Otherwise not. So in general, the whole world, the whole population goes around the principle of happiness based on I, me, mine. Is it not? First starts with me, my body, right? And then those in relation to my body, mine. My family, my children, my wife, extends a little bit to the relatives, right? And then it extends to the community that I'm living in, and further expands to the country I'm living in, right? A lot of patriotism and all this is based on that. I associate myself with the place where I live. So I'm associating my happiness. If anything happens to, India, there is a war going to happen, then people are so much panic, right? Because they are thinking India is my motherland, Bharat Mata, like that's how they say, right? Or anything for that matter, any country, right? So this is what happens, that bodily consciousness, this is what is mentioned in the scriptures, that one finds happiness in friends, family, and relatives. And if, I'm happy because I have everything. What do I have? Oh, I've got money, I'm enjoying, and I've got friends and family and everything around me. They are also happy, I'm also happy. And that's what's the reason of my happiness is. And if something happens to them, I'm associating them as my own, and I'm suffering or I'm not happy because they are not happy. This is a very, very common understanding that happiness and distress is based on others. And why is that? The first reason we already discussed, I, me, mine. We associate them as our. And the second one is people in general think that I feel safe and secure because of all these people around me. They rely their own security, their own safety is based on that. They feel that if anything difficult is going to happen, who's coming first? My family, my friends, my nation, relatives, all these will help me. And this gives sense of security. This gives sense of peace, right? Anytime there is trouble, one first thinks of who I can call, who is my close, who is my near and dear one. And that's what we saw in case of Ajamil. That when Yamdutas came, the first person, the first thought is, he's calling Narayan. Not Narayan Krishna, but Narayan, his son, right? So that's what happens. This says the sense of security is in the family life. Prabhupada gives this example that if a man is earning money, it's in his wallet, right? And if somebody steals the wallet, oh my God, my money is stolen. He's a thief, right? But if wife takes money from the wallet, wife and children, they take money from the wallet, the man will be like, yeah, it's all good. I'm happy because I'm earning for them, right? I'm earning for them, so it's all right. So one person is thief and the same act performed by somebody else gives them happiness and satisfaction that no, it is, my family, anyways, I'm earning for them. And similarly, distress. People associate with distress of others. I had somebody who recently told me that their grandmother and their friend, they were so close friends right from childhood. They were living together. They were married sort of in very same families, very close, living even after marriage, they were living very close together. They practically lived all their life together. And after a certain age, they lost their husbands. They were still together. And then somehow, one of the friends, one of the girl's grandmother, she died. She left the body. And the friend, grandma's friend, she was so much in distress that within few days she also left. Apparently she was healthy, there was nothing wrong. But she associated so much with the distress or the loss of her friend that she also left her body. So this is so true. When we identify and associate with people around us, it gives us, this can be either source of happiness or source of grief for us. And let's see another Shastric evidence of this. Arjuna gives few reasons for not fighting the war of Kurukshetra, right? Just before fighting, he gives few reasons why he doesn't want to fight the war. And in that, one of the reasons that he gives is, no, I don't want to fight. Why? Because once I fight, I'll have the whole opulence of the whole world, right? But who will I show it to? Who will I share my happiness with? The people I want to share my happiness, the people I want to share all this wealth with, they're already dead. So this is not going to make me happy, right? So even Arjuna is saying this. The very same thing just before Krishna gave the message of Bhagavad Gita. How much is this concept that everybody associates their own pleasures and pains with that of the family, friends and relatives and the nation and everything, right? But is this truly the case? Can this truly, dharma, arth, kam, moksha and family and all these things, can it really make us happy? Right. Let's see what scriptures have to say for this. The very first thing we have to understand that dharma is performed when people in general who have no knowledge of scriptures, they perform religious activities so that they can get some money, artha. And with that artha, they perform kama or sense gratification, right? But when it comes to reaping the benefits or disadvantages of the actions performed by the doer, nobody is ready. Is it not? We know the example of Mrigari, a very, very person who was very much like a hunter, not well versed with scriptures, not very simple person. What was his thinking? I am performing the act of killing animals for the upbringing of my family, for the pleasure of my family. And he didn't mind doing that. And then when Narad Muni asked him that you are incurring so much sinful karma with this, and then he said, you go and ask your family, are they willing to partake some of your karma? They said no. And then this shocked like Mrigari, that I'm doing this for them, but they don't want to partake my karma. This actually shook him, this actually gave him some intelligence that, why am I doing all these things? Actually, if we read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 2nd canto, in the very first chapter, there is a very famous verse, and it says, it goes as follows. Deha patra kalatradishva atma sanyeshu ashatsva api. What it means? Person devoid of Atma Tattva, do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like body, children, and wife. Right? It's interesting. It's called fallible soldiers. Is it not? Why fallible? Why fallible? Because we saw just that it gives the society, friendship, love, all this nation gives a sense of security. But scriptures call them as fallible soldiers. The very first reason is they're not going to be with us forever. Like already described by Vasudev, that when there are waves, then some twigs and leaves and all, they come together. But then it goes back and they are all separated. Nobody can support you forever. With tide of time, the effects of karma, they are all come together and they separate. So is it really worth investing everything in the fallible soldiers? What does Prabhupada have to say about this? Prabhupada says in his lecture on Bhagavad Gita 1.26-27 in London, July 21st, 1973. So this is the problem. This material world is problematic, especially when we have got these family relationships. It is not. It is entanglement. It is entanglement. Deha patra. There is verse in second canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Deha patya. What is that verse? Deha patya kalatradi. 2.1.4. Deha. The first affection is with your own body. I am Mr. Such and Such. I am this body. I have got attachment for this body. And then the offsprings, the byproducts of this body. Apatya. Apatya means children. And how this byproduct is made? Kalatra, through wife. Stri. Stri means which expands. Vishatara, expands. I am alone. I accept wife, Stri, and with her cooperation, I expand. So, one who helps me expand, that is called Stri. Every Sanskrit word has got meaning. Why woman is called Stri? Because she helps expanding myself. How expanding? Deha patya kalatradishu. I get my children. First of all, I was affectionate to my body. Then, as soon as I get a wife, I become affectionate to her. And then, as soon as I get children, I become affectionate to children. In this way, I expand my affection to this material world. This material world attachment. But to associate with this happiness and distress of others is actually illusion, right? This illusion, it is illusion because, as we first discussed, they are all infallible soldiers. And the other reason is we think that they are friends, family, relatives, and we try to make money for them. But they are actually envious, and they are making plans to plunder the wealth. Prabhupada again says in purport of 8.22.9, we are very interested in society, friendship, and love, but what are they? Those in the garb of friends and relatives merely plunder the hard-earned money of the bewildered soul, right? We have also seen in the third canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam that it's given in the form of an example of a farmer, that there is a bull. As soon as the bull, as much as the bull is helpful, everybody like to take care of the bull and everything. But once the bull is old, there is no respect. And similar thing happens in family life. As long as a person is earning some money, making some money, they are valuable. But as soon as they are finished, there is no respect. What does, wife does not treat them properly, son and daughters do not treat them, other kingsmen. Because there is no value, he's not bringing any money, no value, right? What's the use of him being there? And he is neglected. What to speak of being respected? In fact, there are some cultures that it's very shocking, but when a man becomes old, the young people actually hunt the old person and then they eat their flesh. This is actually fact. This is mentioned in Bhagavatam, by the way. And this is what happens. Such a big contradiction, is it not? That a person is doing so much work, earning so hard, working very, day and night, It's called, working is also not easy. You have to get up early, trains are crowded, you go to the job and there is no satisfaction at job. People are saying, you have not done this, you have not done this. This person says something, that person says something. You come home and nagging is also going at home. Ultimately, they are thinking, oh, I'll give some happiness. But end is this, no respect. They are putting so much faith that these people will help me, these people will take care of me. But in the real sense, nobody is taking care of nobody, right? If we actually analyze, in the beginning of Bhagavatam, dharma, arth, kam, even moksha for that matter, is completely rejected. It's called as kaita of dharma, is it not? And this Bhagavatam is meant for those who have completely given up those materialistic tendencies. And that brings me to the third question. Why is then Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev discussing about this? Right? If it's already rejected, they are pure devotees. Why they are discussing like this, like ordinary people? You know how normally when two people meet, how are you, how are you? Yeah, very good. How's your wife? How's your son? Yeah, my son is now in so-and-so country and he's married. He has got 2 children. My daughter is also like this. That's how normal people talk, right? But here also it's looking very similar, sounding very similar, to the fact that he is even mentioning dharma, arth, kama. What is the word used? The word used in this verse is, let's see, what was the word? It was Traivida, something like that. Let's open. Not this one. Trivarga, the 3 aims of life, right? That is what is mentioned here, right? So one can just read this section of Bhagavatam and out of context they can say, oh, Bhagavatam is very good. Bhagavatam is encouraging materialistic life. Bhagavatam is also saying, yes, perform dharma, arth, kam, moksha. It's okay to keep your life centered around family life. There's nothing wrong in that. Even Bhagavatam is encouraging, even Nanda Maharaj, Vasudev were doing that. It's so easy to take it out of context if we just read that part. Right? There was one incident where one person wanted to take brahmacharya. And his family is like, no, you're not. Where have you read brahmacharya? Where is it encouraged? And he said, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Amala Puran, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is saying that. His father said, is it? Let me read. They read the whole Bhagavatam, everything, and said, what are you talking about? Bhagavatam says, the 3rd canto, especially the episode where Diti and Kashyapa, they are uniting. Kashyap has specifically mentioned this, that wife is the reason for deliverance. And he's saying some interesting things. He's saying that, let's just even go through that. It's very interesting. He says something, I don't have my phone, so it's okay. But he's saying something very similar, that it's a family life, that's the reason for happiness, it's the reason. The wife is the one who is taking one out of cycle of birth, death, old age, disease, helps cross the material ocean. And he's saying, you're fool. See what is written about married life and you want to follow brahmacharya? But he's taking it completely out of context, right? And that's what can be easily done here. It can easily be thought that they are encouraging one to engross in this materialistic way. But actually, it's not the case, right? Vasudev's attachment to his son and his wife is not like the attachment of ordinary person. Why? Because he is attached to Krishna and Balaram. And that is the perfection of any attachment. That is the perfection of family life. To be attached to Krishna, Balaram. That is the goal. We saw about these 3 aims, dharma, arth, kam. But no, this is the actual goal of life. To become attached to Krishna and Balaram. And his position is so fortunate that he has Krishna and Balaram as his son. Of course he wants to be attached to them. And that is how we should understand this. Not take things out of context. Let it be in context. Let it align with the philosophy that is coming in line with the acharyas. Otherwise, it will create so much confusion in the mind. And that is why it is said we should hear Bhagavatam from those who have realized it. Read the commentaries of Acharyas and Prabhupada and understand it in that way. Otherwise, it's called, in Gujarati, there is a proverb which says, you liked it and anyways now is recommended by a physician, right? You like eating lollies and physician says, yeah, lollies is eating good for you. Similar, you like anyways, everybody likes being happy in family life, and you say now Bhagavatam is giving proof here. Nanda Maharaj, they are all saying. So that should not be done. Things should not be taken out of context. And it should actually be understood in a way that is actually how it is meant to be. That is the perfection of life, attachment to Krishna Balram. So he is not, these inquiries are not mundane. How is your family? How is your child? No. He is inquiring about Krishna and Balram, and that is the perfection of inquiry. And that brings us to the last question then. So does that mean that we don't care about family, relatives, we don't care about anyone? Can we just, neglect them? Can we just say, Hare, these are all attachment, Maya, go away from me? Is that how we take it? Is that how we treat them? Actually, for the devotee, the whole world is a family. What is it said? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Right? And it is because of that, devotees go out on preaching. They are paradukha dukhi. They can't see the sufferings. They can't see how the whole world is going around without even a hint that this is not the true life. True life, true happiness is something so spiritual, so sublime, that all this taste that I'm running after is tuchham, is third class. Prabhupada actually, I'm not sure if it was Melbourne or some other city, Prabhupada was on his morning walk. It was early, pretty much 6, 7 o'clock, and it was like the traffic is full on, horns and traffic jam and this and that. And Prabhupada was surprised, what is this? So early hours, people are driving so much back and forth for what? Just few dollars? He actually had tears in his eyes, seeing the suffering, that they have lack of knowledge. That they don't know that there is happiness which is way more beyond than one can even imagine or anticipate. So this is what devotees are. They are compassionate. Yes, when somebody is unhappy, they associate with their unhappiness, they associate with their happiness. But the goal is preaching. The goal is to bring them out of this so-called feelings of happiness and distress that they are conditioning, or they are thinking they are happy and sad because of object with material sense gratification. So they also associate with their emotions. They are not stone, right? When Abhimanyu, when he died, Krishna did not just say, oh, no, you are not this body, you are spirit, soul, there is no relation. Of course, there is some attachment. But the whole point one has to see is, see everything in relation to Krishna. That's the whole point. Yes, I have been given this responsibility, I've got family, I've got children, but they are parts and parcels of Krishna. Let me take care of them. Let me provide them so that the Krishna consciousness is progressing steadily. Right? And this is how devotee sees. Not just limited to one's own family. Of course, they care for their family, but to the whole world. And that's where preaching comes in. So, any questions, any comments, please? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you for the nice class. My question is linked to the last question that you just answered. How do we care for our family members as devotees, at the same time be detached from this attachment of family?
Care is a very important aspect of devotees. We actually had Jagannath Ram Prabhu gave devotee care seminar and all. But that care does not have to be just body. Of course, you have to take care, like your mom and dad give you clothes, and those things have to be there, right? We care about, okay, they have prasadam, not just food. They are well educated, not just materially, but in Krishna conscious philosophy, right? So, but the primary thing is everything is centered around Krishna. That is the ultimate care, right? That the whole point of being together as a family is, let's do something that will please Krishna. If they are sick, we care for them so that they can do their services properly, get up, get better. And then you also can do your services properly. So that is the aspect of care that we have to understand, not neglect the basic necessities of life. It does not mean that you become indifferent, that, oh, I will go and do service and you take care of children, or, I only want to hear Bhagavatam, whatever my brother and sister is doing, even if they fall, I don't care. Not like that. You take care, make sure they are okay, they are settled, and then you focus on your class and on your Bhagavatam. So that is the part that is something we have to understand. But if you just care for the basic necessities and not give Krishna consciousness, you are actually an enemy. It's said in scriptures that if you're just giving them good material life and not educating about Krishna consciousness, then it's not duty. It's actually you're doing more harm than good. Especially when you have knowledge and you don't utilize in that way, it's not going to help you, neither help them. Have I answered? Is it making sense?
And how do we become detached?
Become detached is something that is not by actions. Detachment is through internal. Seeing them as representatives of Krishna, not my brother, my mother, my father. Seeing them as, okay, yes, they are in relation with Krishna. That is the actual detachment. Actual detachment is also when you engage them in service of Krishna. Not, okay, do like parent, in terms of parents, do this for me, do that. No, let's all do something together for Krishna. That is the actual detachment, right? And another form or aspect of detachment is, you do something, you give them knowledge, and if they still choose not to, then don't be emotionally too much attached with them. That is also another form of detachment. Do your duty, but don't expect that, oh, just because you have said something, they'll follow exactly. They have their own set of realizations, they have their own journey. Give them the best, but the choice is not in your hands. If you force, then it's not detachment. That is detachment. You give them everything, and then you see that whether they are making right choice or not. That is the actual detachment. The knowledge you're giving is so pakka, so nice. You make sure they don't fall, but at the same time, you also give them space for their own growth. Not expect them to do exactly as you said. Yeah?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I was expecting that.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So this verse was spoken 5,000 years ago, approximately. That time, the family, that feeling altogether was very nice, more positive. Nowadays, the family means maybe a nuclear family, 1, 2 person, 3 person max. And also the feeling is opposite. Like before here, Vasudevji is regretting that I'm not doing enough. I didn't get the opportunity. Whereas nowadays, the tendency is that, oh, I'm doing so much for my family. Like I'm working very hard. At the same time, and that is true, if both husband and wife are working very hard, doing so much, at the same time, the children may not have that positive attitude to appreciate.
Yes.
Or the other family members. So how do we reconcile this in current age?
What really was happening in the Vedic time, in the olden times, was the family was living together based on what they basic necessities were very simple. Life was very simple in general. There was not much. They had the house, they had land, they used to live off land, like we see in case of Nand Maharaj and them, that they were living completely off the land and cows and everything, and they were very happy. Because they didn't have a lot of, I want this, I want this, I want this. They were living based of needs. What is needed, you do it. Not, I want this, I want this, I want the whole world. But why they are not happy today in current scenario is because it's based on want. It's based on, I want the whole world. I want as much sense gratification as I can hold together. I want this, I want that. I want 10 properties, I want latest model of iPhone, this, that. And of course, because children have got it easy, they don't appreciate it. They don't have understanding or the value of it, right? So that is the whole point when I answered my second question, that yes, one bases their happiness, tries their best to give everything, but still nobody will be happy. You give them everything, but they are there just to loot you. They don't see that just because I'm making one demand, how much hard my father or mother have to work just for that. They don't see it. And that is the reason why it is failing more and more, right? Even they do everything perfectly, this is not there. You know, there was this example of this one very senior, Giriraj Maharaj, that he actually was living as brahmachari for some time, and then he thought, let me just go to meet my family and relatives and all. He went, and it was his sister's birthday, and he happens to be from a very, very rich, very influential family. And when he went home, the scene was very like, you know, there was a lot of drama. She was crying and this and that, and he's asking, what happened? It's supposed to be your happiest day, your birthday. Why you are crying? Oh, she wanted this, and we gave her something else instead. She's crying because of that. So this is what happens. No gratitude for what you have, no matter what you do. And that's why this, in the current scenario, even if one works very hard for the family, there is only, the whole logic is, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. I give you sense gratification, you give me your sense gratification. That's how the families are not together, united. Previously, we have seen that there used to be joint families, big families living together, because they are simple, they are happy, no major issues. And then it became smaller, in the sense, father, mother, their son, wife, and grandchildren. And then it now is even separate. Father, mother, and children. And even after that, still further. After certain years, only mother and husband and wife staying together, children have anyways left home. Even before marriage, they have left home. So this is unfortunately the situation and scenario in Kali Yuga. Still there is some goodness, that is why people are providing for their family, but they know in their heart that it's not satisfying. But it's just going on as a mutual, what you scratch my back, mutual benefits. And that's why some people these days are not even marrying. If you see, even in India, I have some friends, 40 plus, still not married. Still they are just living like that. Right? Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
Granth Raj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
recently we observed that maybe they are not.
No, it's not going to work. And also it's not the right thing that I told you first time. Because we never have any exams or any book like this. Especially people are not, everyone is not studious. Exam, end of the exam is the certificate. If they read, that's one thing. And there are both sides as a benefit.
Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Vindadalayataksham Bhāgavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Gandhar Bhagom Vigamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namaham Bhajami Andani Yasa Sakalem Priya Priti Manti Lasyan Dipan Kayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Namah
कमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Govinda Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Govinda Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya
Dasamati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Yamati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Dasamati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Gopi Parana Dhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Vidhana Gopi Parana Dhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Vidhana Dasamati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Dasamati Nandana Brajabara Nagara Gopi Parana Dhana Parana Dhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Vidhana Samati Nandana Braja Nagara Mama Harinam Amya Bilasa Vipina Purangara Nabina Nagara Mara Bhakti Magana Sumata Mama Harinam Amya Bilasa Vipina Purangara Nabina Nagara Bara Bhakti Magana Sumata Dasamati Nandana Brajavada Nagara Gokula Ranjana Dasamati Nandana Brajavada Jana Palana Asurapunasana Nandaka Dhana Rakhamala Jana Palana Asurapunasana Nandaka Rakhamala Govinda Madhava Navanita Darshanam Govinda Madhava Navanita Darshanam Sundarananda Gopala Govinda Madhava Navanita Darshanam Govinda Madhava Navanita Darshanam Sundarananda Gopala Dasamati Nandana Brajavada Nagara Dasamati Nandana Brajavada Nagara Gokula Ranjana Dasamati Nandana Brajavada Nagara Gokula Ranjana Ramanata Tatara Ramanata Tatara Gopi Vasanahara Rasarasika Kripama Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavanatava Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Bhakti Vinodayasayam Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Bhakti Vinodayasayam Yashamati Nandana Rajabara Nagara Gopika Ranjana Yashamati Nandana Rajabara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Vidhana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manahara Kaliya Damana Vidhana Yashamati Nandana Brajabhadra Nagara Gokula Ranjana Yashamati Nandana Brajabhadra Nagara Gokula Ranjana Vachana Hara Rasa Rachika Kipamay Ramuna Tatatara Gopi Vachana Hara Rasa Rachika Kipama Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Bhakti Vinodayasayam Shri Radha Vallabha Balanata Bhakti Vinodayasayam Shamati Nandana Brajabhadra Nagara Gokula Ranjana Yashamati Nandana Krishna Kirtan Ganana Karnapatau Premamrita Vanidhi करो निमरं पूजितो श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरौ भुवि भुव भारा वहन तारक वंदे रूप सनातन रघुजुगो श्री जीव गोपालक वंदे रूप सनातन रघुजुगो श्री जीव गोपालक कृष्ण कीर्तन गान कृष्ण कीर्तन गान नर्तन परम प्रेम में वीर वीर जन प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मा